everyone, it's me Megs, and we are here with a hair tutorial. Yes, we're doing a hair tutorial today. I love a really cute ponytail. A lot of you guys like to call it the Barbie ponytail. I like to call it the pretty girl ponytail with our edges and everything. So I did already record how I pre-cut my edges. So that video should be up either before or after this one. So with my pretty girl ponytails, sometimes I add hair and sometimes I don't. So I recently just cut 1.5 inches off of hair and my hair feels so much better, y'all. I'm gonna update you on that too, but my hair is doing really, really good. And you know, sometimes you just need to trim. But when it comes to the hair, it is clip-ins that I use for this ponytail. The texture that I love using is an Indian texture, and these clip-ins are from Hair So Chic LA, and I've had these since 2020. So if you have like some old clip-ins that you don't really wear as far as down styles with clip-ins, and they're old and you just wanna, you know, keep them around for something, this might be the opportunity where you can use those old clip-ins that you don't really use anymore. You can use it for a ponytail like I do. So that's why I keep these around. The quality is amazing. I tend to treat my clip-ins like my real hair. I use quality products, and I think that's why I've been able to keep them for so long. So with this Indian texture, I love that it's wavy. It air dries like this. So this is what the texture looks like, because you know, I want something kind of like easy peasy, and that will, you know, go really well with my texture without having to use too much heat. Because with this style, I do use a wand on my hair to get the hair to blend. So let's get into this video, y'all. I'm really excited because this is my favorite hairstyle to wear. And it's time to part our hair. So I'm gonna part a big old circle, okay? I'm gonna make sure that I have enough hair for my ponytail to help me anchor the clip-ins as well. So I kind of parted kind of closer, you know, to the nape area in the back and further away from my hairline because I don't want any of my clip-in tracks to show. So I'm just gonna section off my hair like this, just making sure that it is positioned where I want it. You can do as high or as low as you wish to, but still the foundation should be a big old circle. And also I like to do this amount in my section for my ponytail because I want majority of the ponytail to be clip-ins, okay, and not too much of my hair. So I'm gonna wand my hair, and the size of this one I think is like, is this a 1? I'm gonna have the official name and the diameter in the description below, or the inch size. And you know, I'm just gonna do a little wand wave. Just, it doesn't have to be perfect. And so these clip-ins, I'm gonna take the longest length and I'm gonna put that at the closest part of the ponytail, because I'm gonna layer my ponytail with the clip-ins by length. Okay, so I start out with that one there. I typically take the longest track and put it underneath, and then take the next track, which is the same length, which is the longer length. So say for example, if we have a set of 2 18 and 20, this is the 20 inch, and I'm putting that there. So one on top, one on bottom. And I'm gonna take some of the smaller pieces that I cut, and I like having smaller pieces like this because it helps me anchor and place them in certain angles. So with this, I'm placing it at an angle on the other side of the 2 clip-ins that we initially put in first. So side by side, so you're making like a box. You're trying to box everything in to cover, you know, my hair. So yeah, I'm gonna take the next one, which is still the longer length, the 20 inch. And I'm just gonna pop that on top. So I have a lot of these shorter pieces. Here, this is the 18 inch, and I'm gonna put that at the very top. So it's kind of creating like that natural layer of what a ponytail would look like. So you kind of don't want it all one length, especially if it has some texture. I think it looks better when it has a bit of you know, layers and some dimension. So see how natural that looks? And this, I like when this hair looks more fluffed out too. It's so pretty, and I love how this air dries. And I also wear my hair like this in this ponytail, straightened too. So I also made sure that the clip-ins are laying nice and flat, and I like using the shorter wefts because it lays a lot better. You don't want a big long track to where you can't cover it up. So I'm gonna take the wand and I'm just gonna put a little bump on the leave out areas of the ponytail, and I'm gonna do that all the way around the perimeter. And I like this wand because it matches the texture and the wave pattern of the Indian hair. Now I've had these clip-ins for a very long time, and I've worn them plenty of times, and I really love this texture by Hair So Chic. It's the Indian texture, so I don't really remember exact name, but I just know it's Indian. So I let those curls cool down a little bit, and I'm just gonna put on some flexible but stronghold hairspray, okay? And just making sure that's cool and ready to put our ponytail on, or in rather. So I like using the Aveda Control Paste for my edges and for ponytail styles. I think it's one of the best products out. I've been using this for over 10 years now. And I like to put a little bit on the back of my hand and heat it up. And this paste just adds the most beautiful hold and shine without it feeling and looking cakey. I like a nice, chic, sleek look, and this this control paste has always given me that. And I loved using this too when I was natural because it did not revert the hair back. Okay, so I just apply a nice amount to the perimeter, and I don't take it all the way through, and I don't take it back very far because I don't want to disturb the curls that I put in my hair. So I also like this paste because it's not heavy and it's not greasy, and it doesn't revert natural hair back too when you have a silk press. So as you can see, it's starting to blend in real cute. And this control paste really holds the hair without having that greasy feel of using edge controls. And it doesn't flake up. So this is the positioning of where I want my ponytail. Again, like I said, you can place it as high or as low as you wish to. But this is my sweet spot right in the middle right here, real cute. So I'm just going to use a really nice ouchless stretchy ponytail holder, and I'm just gonna fluff up the hair too. And I noticed this piece was a little longer than I wanted it to be. I wanted more of a realistic natural length of a ponytail, and I also kept in mind I put in the amount of clip-ins on how I want the density to appear with this style. I want it to look very realistic, okay? So I didn't put a gang of clip-ins. I didn't want a big old long ponytail. This looks beautiful natural. So I used some of this Aveda pomade, okay? And the name of this will be down in the description. And I have been a big fan of the Brilliant line, just to add, you know, some additional shine and some additional hold to the rest of the ponytail, okay? And I'm gonna use this spritz, and I'm just gonna make sure I kind of style my edges how I want them. I like mine to look a little wispy. And again, I'm not gonna use really edge controls when it comes to this style because I want it to look fluffy, I want it to look light and just, you know, cute. So I'm gonna curl my edges. The edges are completely optional. You don't have to do this. You could do all of this style without the edges, okay? So I'm using a curling iron to curl my edges, and this is a 1/2 inch curling iron. And I think is this Golden Hot or Hot Tools? Listen, everything will be listed in the description and linked in this video for you to check out, okay? And I just noticed, I've been wearing my hair like this for quite some time, and I just noticed using a smaller curling iron gives me the best results that I'm looking for. I want the soft, fluffy edge look. That's what I'm going for. So to kind of brush them into place, I'm using that spritz. And I'm just using a little pump on my edge control brush and just shaping the hair in place. And as you can see, it stays. And I like using this over like a gel or an edge control because it's lighter on my hair and it doesn't cause any residue if I need to restyle my edges the next day. It doesn't dry my edges out, and that's what I like the most as well. So yeah, using a curling iron and then just shaping the hair in place with an edge control brush gets the job done for me. But definitely use the products that work best for you in achieving, you know, the desired style. So I like to brush everything kind of, you know, in a wispy motion. So that's why I like using the smaller curling iron, because my baby hairs, or edges as you want to call them, are shorter. So my final step, I'm going to use a little bit of the Olaplex, but don't shake this too hard because, yeah, it could get all over. So I just like using just a little bit of this Olaplex as the final kind of step, just to add a round of shine. So with these products, they work really well for me. It doesn't give me any product buildup as far as crunch, flaking, or anything. It's the perfect combo for me. So as my last step of holding, I'm going to make sure my edges stay in place with just a quick pump of hairspray. Just a quick one. Just like that. And if I notice any hairs that I may want to cut, or I may want to rewind or wand, I just kind of hit that up just to make sure it looks how I want it to look, because I also want to make sure it blends with my actual hair that's within the ponytail.
you know. So I love doing this style, y'all. It is one of my favorite styles because it's just so cute and just so like effortless. It doesn't give try hard. And with my ponytail, I do like it to be a little bit more on the fluffy side, and I like to have a little height at the very top because I like how the layers look like that. It's cute. Yes, girl. This is a cute look if you trying to go on a little run, a little hike, and you just want to be cutesy, like, oh, hi, you know. Run a little errand, have some lunch, or if your silk press is getting a little old and you want to extend the style a little bit, it's all purpose, really.
And that's the look, y'all. I love this. This is my favorite style to wear. It just makes me feel oh so girly, oh so cutesy. Perfect for all occasions. You know what I'm saying? I love this style too because it's perfect for the summertime because it's hot outside. I don't want all that hair and stuff on my neck, sitting on my neck. You know what I mean? So this is the perfect style for me. So if you guys do have any questions, feel free to ask me. And again, you can use any clip-ins that you have, something that you kind of like had for years and years. Like, you know what? How can I use these clip-ins? Can I repurpose these any kind of way? And a ponytail is great for that, y'all. So let me know in the comments below if you want to see any additional kind of like clip-in styles because I get real creative when it comes to the clip-in. I love this. I feel cute. Like, I need to go somewhere now. You know what I mean? So yes, y'all, everything that I use will be down in the description below. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.